Did you know that February is Cat Health Month? So I wanted to take a few minutes and talk to you about some ways that you can improve the life and health of your cat. One of the first things is behavior. Realizing that most of the time when we have cats that are misbehaving, it's simply because they're bored. Cats are predators, they're hunters. They want to work for their food and they need a lot more exercise than we seem to want to give them or think that they need. So one of the ways that you can work with them is by finding toys that get them moving and activate their predator instincts. So one of them that we have here in the store, this is a laser toy. So this actually moves around and shoots the laser out so that your cat is chasing not just the laser but the toy itself. Other ways are puzzle toys. So something like this where you put food or treats down here and your cat has to figure out how to get to them. This is a great one to make them kind of work for their food. And then we have a few other options of treat dispensing toys. You can also put their food in them, but like this one, you take the top off, you put your food or treats inside, and then they come out as it wobbles around. But what all of these have in common is that they're making the cat think about how to get to that food and again activate that predator instinct. Wand toys are another great example of a way to help create this activity to reduce the boredom and therefore reduce a lot of the behavioral issues that you might be facing with your cat. Another thing is, did you know that you can teach your cat tricks? The first step in figuring out how to do this is finding a treat that they're willing to work for. So here at Chewy's we have a bunch of different treats. We have the purees, we have freeze-dried treats, we have minnows, we have little, they call it cat sushi, but it's really thinly sliced pieces of fish. We have tons of other treats, and even some of our dog treats are appropriate for cats. So the first step is finding the treat that your cat is going to work for. If you haven't found it yet, come in. We might have some samples to be able to send you home with to see if you can find one that your cat will work for. And then from there, you start teaching them that when they do specific behaviors, they get a treat. So it's no different than teaching a dog how to do a trick. It's that consistency in marking that behavior and then rewarding it with a treat. Other things that are sometimes overlooked when it comes to your cat's health is grooming. Many cats groom themselves very efficiently and nothing more is really needed. But there are cats that need a little bit more. Long-haired cats definitely need brushing. Especially as your cat gets older, a lot of times they are unable to groom themselves as well. Sometimes that can be due to arthritis, which there are supplementations for cats just like there are for dogs. So if you feel like your cat is not grooming as well as it used to, come in and we'll give you a sample and see if we can find a supplement that might help make your cat a little bit more comfortable so that he or she can continue to groom themselves. We also have brushes that are great for long-haired cats to help get rid of the tangles of the mats. But it's a really important part of your cat's health is keeping their skin and coat healthy and tangle-free. The next thing is kidney health. So a lot of cats end up in kidney disease as they get older. And one of the reasons for this is they don't get enough moisture in their diet. So cats actually evolved from an African wild cat, which is an animal that is evolved to get almost all of its moisture from its food. Their natural prey animals are 97 to 98% water, so they did not evolve to drink water very efficiently. I have read a stat a couple of times that says that it takes a cat 2,200 licks to drink a quarter cup of water. So they're very, very inefficient at drinking water, which is why we need to feed them a moisture-rich diet. And kibble, unfortunately, is not moisture-rich. It's very dry and very dehydrating. Typically what happens is a cat who eats kibble only, their body is in a constant state of mild dehydration, which is what puts a pressure or puts burden on the kidney, and part of the reason why so many cats end up with kidney failure. So learning to give your cat some moisture-rich food, whether that's canned food, raw food, lightly cooked food, or even freeze-dried food, those are going to be so much healthier for your cat in terms of kidney, dental, and diabetes. All three of these are greatly influenced by the amount of carbohydrates, which is in proportion to the amount of moisture in your cat's diet. So a high moisture content food tends to be very low in carbohydrates. As we know, carbs turn to sugar. Sugar can create bacteria, which then creates more plaque and tartar. As far as diabetes, we know that a high carb processed diet, which is what kibble is more likely to contribute to diabetes, both in humans, cats, and dogs. So again, a low carbohydrate, high moisture rich food is very, very healthy for your cat. Lastly, I want to talk about a few different supplements that are really important for overall cat health. Some of them are going to be more specific to certain illnesses or diseases that are prevalent in cats. The first one is gut health. So we know that in humans and dogs and cats as well, a lot of our immune system comes from the health of our gut. So having fiber is really important. Having prebiotics and probiotics is really important for gut health. There's a ton of different options when it comes to that, so please feel free to come in and ask us about some gut health options for your cat. Other things include like a kidney supplement. So this product is actually clinically proven to help improve the function of your kidneys or your cat's kidneys to reduce the incidence of UTIs and bladder stones. You can use this as a preventative, or you can use it in a cat that is already having some of those problems. Additionally, dental. So February not only is Cat Health Month, it's also Dental Health Month. So this is a powder that goes directly on their food. It's very, very fine powder, so rarely do we have an issue with a dog or cat not liking it. But you sprinkle this directly on your cat's food to help fight plaque and tartar. Then we also have some other supplements like hairball relief. Generally, hairballs are actually because of a cat's digestive system not being able to fully digest the hair as they are grooming themselves. But this specific product is really good in that it helps kind of lubricate the digestive tract, so it helps the hair pass through instead of getting stuck and causing hairballs to come back up. So those are just some of the things that we have here at Chewy's to help keep your cats healthy and entertained so that they're less destructive and live a very happy and healthy life. We hope to see you come in and chat with us and get some samples if you need to try some new foods.